What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everyone is healthy and well. Today, we'll be reacting to Australia's most common birds. Look, this was highly recommended, okay? Highly recommended. It may be actually educational. Let's jump right into this and learn about some of Australia's most common birds. Birds that you see flying around in the sky every single day. Well, I don't say every single day.
Bird watching. It's like playing Pokemon in real life, except without the slavery
That was beautiful.
and blood sports. Oh, it's okay when Ash Ketchum does it, but when I stuff native animals into my balls, I get the RSPCA called on me. Hey, I'm Darcy. You may remember me from such videos as the Magpie one or the Eucalyptus one. Today, we're going back to basics. We'll be looking at the most common birds in Australia. Obviously, the most common birds will differ depending on your state and territory. For example, magpie geese are very common up north, but not so much down here. I'll be covering each bird briefly with a few little facts, and if you're really good, I might do some more in-depth videos later down the track. I won't be covering any wetland or coastal birds this time, but may make a video on them later as well. So without further ado, let's begin.
Okay. That's a beautiful bird. Beautiful.
Colourful, energetic, and instantly recognisable, the rainbow lorikeet is the chaotic neutral of the bird world. Lorikeets can be seen almost anywhere in the country. They are in fact Australia's most spotted bird. Travelling in pairs, they feed predominantly on nectar from native flowers, but also consume nuts and seeds. They have a very unique tongue, with filaments on the end to collect nectar. The lorikeet's call is a high-pitched screeching noise, which is pretty hard to miss. Despite their innocent-looking appearance, these feisty birds are also known to mob competitors and chase them off. Here's an interesting fact. They're not native to Western Australia or Tasmania, and were introduced to both places. The WA government considers them to be a pest.
Really?
Noisy miners are high on nectar and out for blood. Much maligned by birds and people alike, these unassuming little guys have a reputation for being absolute c***s. Noisy miners are nectar drinkers, but also eat insects too. They've developed a defensive strategy that, while I admire it, works a bit too well. It goes a little something like this. Are you a being with a heartbeat within a 100-meter radius of me? Then you have chosen death. Their sugar-powered jihad drives away many other native species, creating miner exclusion zones. The problems with miners have been further exacerbated by, you guessed it, humans, as suburban habitats with lawns favour the miners. They're not to be mistaken with the Indian or common miner, who are a pest species. I'd be remiss without mentioning Australia's favourite bird again, because they're absolutely everywhere. Intelligent, charismatic, feisty, and brave, plus harmonica players to boot.
Hey, it kind of look like a penguin. Got like a penguin type of look, you know, when it stands up a little bit. That's what they sound like. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And brave, plus harmonica players to boot. For more info on them, check out my video.
That's beautiful. Now this one looks scary, like.
Speaking of intelligence, here are the top tier big brain birdies. There are 3 species of ravens in Australia and 2 species of crows, depending on where you live. Easily identifiable by their glossy black feathers and iconic white eyes. These gliding goths are too smart for their own good and will often be found dumpster diving because they know
so they're scavengers.
Wherever there are humans, there's food. Their call is also pretty iconic too. They honestly deserve their own video.
I don't know, they got like too much of an innocent call. I don't know. You think it's like a baby bird that need help.
There's food. Their call is also pretty iconic too. They honestly deserve their own video.
It's not like a minion kind of. Oh,
easily one of Australia's most recognisable birds, the sulphur-crested cockatoo has a look that will turn heads and a call that will perforate eardrums. These cockies have a large, powerful beak for breaking open nuts. Seriously, one of the most enjoyable things in life is watching them eat a pine cone. They're also in the Colossal Cranium Club, Cockies in Sydney have worked out how to open wheelie bins, much to the chagrin of the local residents. Neighbouring cockatoos have learnt how to do it too by watching, and the practice is spreading. Soon no bin will sit unmolested.
Oh, this is the bird I was talking about.
The sulphur crest's cousin is the lovely Galah,
Beautiful.
a gorgeous and genuinely good-natured bird. However, the word Galah means fool in the Uwalare language, which is ironic because just like sulphurs, they're also very smart. These pastel pink parrots form large flocks of up to 1,000 birds in the wild and have been known to cause power outages in rural towns because their sheer numbers weigh down the power lines.
Right indeed.
This phenomenon has been called a pink out by me just now. During the breeding season, they dig out eucalyptus hollows with their beaks and use the wood shavings and leaves to create a mattress for the eggs.
Wow.
It's important to preserve old eucalyptus trees with hollows.
And I really be sitting here and wonder, like, what do birds do all day, man? You know, we go to work, we go to the gym, we go to school, we do whatever. You know, we go out, have fun, go to restaurants, eat, sleep. Like, what do they do? They just fly around and wake up every day and assume they find some worms to eat and stuff like that, you know? Or some nectar and stuff. My first time I'm hearing about birds eating nectar. Who would have ever knew? Very different from what we're used to over here in the U.S. Seriously. They over here look on a side mission. He got his whole head in there. They trying to gather and collect stuff to hold the eggs. That's crazy. They really be like having their own world, their own life, and they be doing stuff, having stuff going on and everything. That's crazy. Yo, life is amazing. Like,
Create a mattress for the eggs. It's important to preserve old eucalyptus trees with hollows so that birds like the Galah can nest. The magpie-lark, also known as the mudlark or peewee, depending on where you live, is a very common sight throughout the country. Much akin to their mudlark namesakes, these birds can be found foraging on riverbanks for hidden treasures. Appearance-wise, they're often mistaken for the Australian magpie, but are obviously much smaller. However, they do engage in the same trademark swooping behaviour. The name peewee comes from the sound of their call.
it's like a car horn, huh?
The name peewee comes from
You hear something like that, I'm probably gonna like look out the window real quick, baby. Grab my key real quick. Let me go outside. Is that my car? You know, it's definitely gonna get my attention.
sound of their call. In a stunning turn of events, magpie-larks have solved the national housing crisis by building their quaint little homes out of a sustainable material, mud. But how long it will be before real estate agents start charging us $600 a week to live in these literal dirt bowls, only time will tell.
Yo, they smart.
Red wattlebirds are the second largest honey eaters in the country. These guys don't get quite as much attention as the other birds on this list, but they're a common sight in southern Australia. The wattle in their name doesn't actually refer to the plant, but instead the fashionable flesh flaps on the side of their neck. Another telltale sign is the patch of yellow on...
It's crazy. As soon as I seen that, I was thinking of like a turkey. I've never seen... Well, a turkey is a bird. So scratch what I was going to say, but I mean like... Both sides? Yo, Australia got some unique birds for real.
Flesh flaps on the side of their neck. Another telltale sign is the patch of yellow on their belly, like they've just slid down a mustard-infused slip and slide. They make a range of bizarre calls, but their standard one is a guttural kind of sound. Like a printer having an asthma attack.
Yeah.
Pigeons get a bad name, mostly from their introduced city-dwelling members, but there are a number of beautiful native pigeons. Foremost among them is this guy. These birds are known for their iconic whistling flight noise, which is actually produced by the shape of the wings. They make this noise to warn other pigeons of danger, and the intensity of the whistle indicates the level of peril. They're often mislabeled the top-knot pigeon, which is another wacky native species. Yep, these are definitely Australian birds. All in all, I just think they're cool.
Yeah, for real. Look at him standing out.
And now for the goodest boys of all. There are 6 separate species of Rosella, and depending on where you live, you'll have a local species. For me, it's the beautiful crimson Rosella. These are honestly still my favourite birds to this day. Loving and good-natured. I had a pair that would come to my bird feeder every single day, and I loved watching them. Rosellas are seed eaters, and this has historically put them at odds with farmers, who obviously got their environmental ethics from playing Doom, because many of these adorable parrots were sadly shot. Oh wow, what a beautiful bird. Get the shotgun.
Can't take no risk, man. We gotta pay bills.
Merry, merry
That's
king
crazy.
of the bush is he.
A bird?
It's debatable whether the kookaburra or the cockatoo are the more famous bird, but its call is unmistakable. They're a member of the kingfisher.
That's like a monkey towards the end. Did I do that right?
They're a member of the kingfisher family, but are terrestrial rather than being water-based. Instead of fish, cookies eat predominantly insects, worms, but also lizards, frogs, and small mammals. With larger prey, they kill them by bashing them against the ground or a tree, which is exactly what I do with breast fillets at the supermarket. Gotta make sure it's dead.
Ooh,
A
I like
common
that
sight
blue.
throughout eastern Australia,
Ooh, I
the
love
male
that blue.
superb fairy-wren is renowned for its vibrant blue colour. The females are rather more plain-looking. Their groups comprise of a breeding pair and up to 7 helpers, which are often
Why
non-breeding
the
mates.
female don't got no special... Wait. Why the female don't got nothing going on? It's okay. Hey, yo, you see how that blue
My
looks?
time will come. The rate of
This
infidelity
might be my favorite bird. Yep.
among fairy wrens is very high. That, or they have very high trust non-monogamous relationships. Females may be courted by up to 25 males in an hour, and 76% of young are born to fathers outside the group. As the breeding male becomes more fertile, his plumage becomes more vibrant, and his testicles grow to 5% of his body mass. This would be like a human male smuggling 2 large coconuts, and it gives a whole new meaning to blue balls.
Hey, this is like a nice...
These little dancers can be found in almost
bird,
every
yeah.
corner of the Australian continent, identifiable by their black and white plumage, fan-like tail, and iconic white eyebrow marking, which makes them look perpetually peeved. Incredibly charismatic little fellas, the way the willies move is almost hypnotizing, which is a sentence I thought I'd never say. Fascinatingly, they weave a cup-shaped nest out of spider webs, animal hair, and
What?
grass.
How did they get spider webs, animal hair? Huh?
A cup-shaped nest out of spider webs, animal I'd never say. Fascinatingly, they weave a cup-shaped nest out of spider webs, animal hair, and grass, which definitely suits their eccentric nature.
Where they get spider webs from?
The pied currawong is a dark, mysterious, and alluring avian.
Now
Wow, he's literally me. They're large black birds with white markings and striking yellow eyes. A relative of the magpie, there are actually 3 species of currawong: the pied, the grey, and the black. But the song of the pied currawong is the most famous, which is where they get their name. Currawongs are altitudinal migrants, meaning they migrate into low-lying urban areas during winter and move back to the mountains when it gets warmer.
Okay.
Another member of the Artemidae family, butcher birds come in 3 flavours: grey, pied, and black.
Ooh.
Just like currawongs, the grey butcherbird is more common in my area. These cute little fellas eat predominantly insects and small vertebrates, but they also have a penchant for baby birds. The butcherbird name comes from a unique behaviour of theirs. They impale their victims on a thorn or a branch for safekeeping. This convenient little meat hook can be used to store the delectable carcass for later consumption, or as a gift for a potential mate. And what woman wouldn't want a skewered cadaver? And I'm gonna have to end the list there.
Hey,
Honourable
you gotta let them know you're a provider. You know what I'm saying? Is you capable of going out and about and getting me the food? You know what I'm saying? You gotta provide.
mentions though to the king parrot and
That's
the
beautiful.
tawny frogmouth.
Whoa. That might be the most unique looking bird. Yup, out of this whole list. What? And it kind of does resemble a frog, like on the body part. But then it kind of looks like a hamster or like something like that. And the head part.
We're very lucky in this country to have such an astounding array of colourful and charming birds that are so commonplace. I think in our increasingly busy urban lives, we seldom stop to notice them. So if you take away anything from this video, make it this. Just stop to appreciate them once in a while. That's all.
Facts. And especially the scenery, man. That's like a flex to have this as just your background. That's a flex for real. Let me know in the comments, everyone, what was your most favorite bird? Which one caught your attention? Yup. Your most favorite bird. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications on. Follow my Twitch and subscribe to all my other YouTube channels down below in the description as well. I love you all so much. Let me know in the comments what type of birds have you actually happened to see around, flying in the public, but it just wasn't included onto this beautiful list brought to us today. Original video link will be down below in the description once again. You know what I'm saying? This was an amazing video. It's my first time checking out this channel. And, first impressions, everything, and it was great. You guys let me know in the comments, did you enjoy this video as well? We can continue to react to more videos on this channel. Stay safe. I love you all, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.